In today's episode, you're going to get to see a beautiful 2003 Chevy SSR. Hello everybody, welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. If this is the first time you're coming to my channel, then welcome. I really appreciate you being here today. If you've been to my channel before, then as always, welcome back. Thank you so much for the comments that you leave for me, for the thumbs up, for you subscribing, and please don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is being released. Today you're going to meet a gentleman by the name of Frank. You've actually met him before. He's the gentleman that owns that beautiful Chevy Corvette, and I'll put a link up above as well so you can check that out. But this car is a 2003 Chevy SSR. It is the most unique vehicle I have ever seen. Chevrolet only made this car for about 4 years, so this is one of the first few cars that that were made. It is so unique. It's more of like an experimental car. I don't know whether it's really a pickup truck or whether it's truly a convertible. So you can select what you think it is for yourself, but really, trust me, it's an incredible car. It's absolutely gorgeous. So hop in, let's go for a drive, and let's check out this beautiful Chevy SSR. Okay, so I am waiting for Frank. You met Frank previously when we were looking at his beautiful Corvette. So he has now another car that I'm eager to see. So we're just waiting on Frank. So while I'm sort of hanging about, I shall take some images of my little MG. Oh, I hear a bit of a rumble coming. There he is. Oh my God. Look at this thing. What is this? Okay, Frank. How did you know I was going to ask you to do that? But do it again one more time. Frank. You amaze me every time. Okay, come on out. Let's take a walk around this thing. Okay. So I know you said to me you have another car.
Yes.
This is not what I envisioned, and I don't even know what it is. So tell me what this car is.
This is a 2003 Chevrolet SSR.
Wow.
They made them only for 4 years, from 2003 to 2006. Very limited edition. And it was sort of almost like an experimental car GM came out with.
It is like, I've never seen one.
Well, that's the reaction I get from most people, because most people had never seen one. And I remember being in a Canadian Tire parking lot many years ago and saw a yellow one pull in, and it blew me away because I'd never seen one, and then said ever since I saw it, I had to have one.
It is the most extraordinary vehicle I've ever seen. How many of these do you reckon were made?
I'm not sure. I think it was about 18 to 19,000 over the 4-year period.
Now, is this a pickup truck?
It's registered, yes, as a pickup truck, even though it doesn't look like it. It was designed off the 1950s era Chevrolet pickup trucks. So if you know what the 50s pickup trucks look like, there's sort of a minor similarity in the front end.
So is it kind of Chevy's version of like a retro look again?
Exactly.
Like they did
yes.
with the T-Bird and everything
It's a retro
else?
pickup truck.
Yeah, wow.
On steroids.
Yes, it is. And what kind of engine does this thing have?
It's got a 350 V8. Now, what was interesting is when they brought this out in 2003 and 2004, They had the 350 V8, and this one has, I think, about 300 horsepower. In 2005 and 2006, they put the Corvette engine into these.
Really?
And those cars, the 5s and 6s, are worth a bit more than the 3s and the 4s because of that.
Because of the Corvette engine.
Yeah.
Is this like the way the car would have come? Like the running
Yes.
boards? Are
Yeah.
there options that you would have had
Yes,
to get
there
extra?
weren't too many options. Running boards were one. Different, well, automatic versus, I think it was a 5 or a 6 speed. This has got the automatic.
This is the most incredible looking car.
Well, what I love about it is when I pull up to a stop sign, people always, the first thing they say is, nice car, what the F is it?
Yes. What is it indeed? And it almost looks like the top comes off, but
It does. It's got a retractable hardtop, which if you want, I will put it through its paces and show you what it looks like when it goes down.
We have to definitely see
Yeah.
that. So it's sort of a convertible-ish.
Oh, not ish. It's definitely 100% convertible.
All right, let's have a look.
So I put my foot on the brake, press a button. You may want to stand back.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh my Lord. Frank.
Instant convertible.
That is cool. That is a real convertible. Wow. And it so cleanly fits in there.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of a transformer. Like in the
Yeah,
movies,
it
right?
is,
Like it just
yeah.
the way it did that.
Yeah.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful car.
Let me take the key out. We'll get
Yes,
rid of
go
that
ahead.
noisy.
The chime. Oh, you didn't bring your other mug. It doesn't fit in here.
That's an SSR mug.
Oh, is that okay?
Matches
of
the
course.
car.
Very good. Not the oil can, hey?
No, no.
Oh my gosh. I like the shifter too.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this thing. It's sort of really a modern take on the old style pickups. Like it looks the part too.
Actually, it's almost sort of looks like more like the El Caminos.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
Breaking Bad.
And then so I press another button.
Oh, it's remote? Oh, sort of. Okay.
And there's your pickup.
Oh, wow. So this is your work vehicle.
Yeah, right.
Wow. But it really is practical.
Extremely.
Yeah.
It's great for, actually, it's great for grocery shopping.
I
Easy to
bet.
get the groceries in and out.
Yep. And any excuse to go and get a bag of milk in this little
Exactly.
girl. Mind you, you're going to have a tough time. Do you take the vet or do you take this one? If it's raining, maybe this one.
Or I've got 2 more cars to
Do you
show
really?
you.
Oh my God, you rascal. Okay.
So it always takes me half an hour in the morning to figure out what I'm going to do and which car to drive. That's the problem of having too many cars.
Yes. Well, that's a good problem to have. You know
Yes,
that?
definitely.
Life is too short, as we know.
Yeah.
What does the engine look like?
Okay.
So this is a V8 in here.
Yeah. V8 4-barrel.
Oh my Lord, it's all engine.
It's all engine. It's like most of the new cars where you can't see the engine sometimes for all the stuff they put on it.
For sure. Like the cowlings and everything cover
Yeah.
a lot of the...
But it's fully optioned. It's got air conditioning as well, which is nice.
For sure, yes. Look at this thing.
And I think it's got roughly about 73,000 original kilometers, not miles, which works out to what, about 42,000 miles,
Something like that, yeah.
which is really low. The car is just breaking in.
Just getting warmed up.
Yeah.
I love the touches to this car. The car has just got some elegance about it.
Again, the beauty is just the fact that it's out of the ordinary.
It is so unique. I even like the way the lights are kind of tucked away in there.
Now, this is the only thing that I still have to do to this. I've done already quite a bit of work. The light lenses are which is common. They're plastic, they're faded.
All right.
So I've got to get them, it's quite a process to sand them down and repolish them to get them clear again, but that's about all I have left
You know
to do.
what?
To this.
I saw a video on YouTube. Somebody said you can actually use Colgate or toothpaste.
Oh.
And you just kind of, because it's got a bit of an abrasion to it.
Right.
And, but I think that's more just to keep it polished as opposed to bring it back to its original shine. I am just overwhelmed by this.
But it comes, I think, in 5 colors. There's the red, yellow, black, blue, and silver. I think the blue color is the rarest of all of them. And sometimes the blue ones may go for a little bit more money.
Really? And they stopped making this?
Yeah, it was just from 2003 to 2006. Now this one, at 2003, the selling price on it was $80,000. And because of that, I think because of the price on them and because they're only 2-seaters, they never sold a lot of these.
Yeah.
Which
is
is fine.
The most extraordinary vehicle.
And I think of all my cars, this is almost the most fun to drive. Because it's got the speed and the handling of an older sports car, but it's got all the comforts and toys of a brand new car.
Yeah. For sure, for sure. Does it have an ashtray though?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, you see now.
And
that's
a cigarette
the prerequisite, yeah.
That's it.
Wow. It just looks something out of the ordinary though. I mean, it certainly is a very unique looking car. Turns a lot of heads for sure.
Well, when I started rebuilding my collection after I had sold everything off, this was #1 in my collection. This was the first one I bought.
Really? Like even the way the side mirrors pop out, like they've done a very cool job making this stand out. Just such a clean look, even the door handles.
Also, I read that the rear fenders are all one piece that were stamped out of metal, and I think if I'm not mistaken, it was the largest stamping GM had ever done.
Because
in
you
one piece.
See any seams,
yeah.
do you?
No.
Like this whole section.
Yeah, no, this is just a piece of plastic
Yeah.
to protect this, but all from
really,
here,
all of that.
all the way back was one piece they had to stamp out.
Wow. It just sort of takes you back in awe a little bit, like it really does. It's modern in so many ways, and it's got this elegance about it.
And it's funny because when I went to the collector car auction at the International Center, again, I went up there looking for a completely different car. And this is when I didn't have any collector cars. And when this thing came on the block, I gave up on the car I was looking at getting and said, I'm not leaving until this thing's mine.
Can I have a look from this end?
Yeah. Just let me get my stuff out of the way here. And it's got a little storage compartment there.
Oh, it does too, yes. Very cool.
And it also has, you got a little glove compartment there.
And it's got the airbags
and
everything else. Oh,
whoops,
there's
my filthy ashtray with a cigarette lighter. Now, some of the cars, and it's an option, there's a gauge package which will mount here that gives you a lot of more information, which I'm still trying to source one of those. It's very, very difficult getting parts for this, and I've got a contact of a guy who collects these. He'll even buy wrecked ones, and I think he's got half a dozen of these things in varying conditions that I can periodically get parts for it, but it's really, really tough if anything goes wrong.
Do you know where they were made, actually?
In the States. I'm not sure where.
Or...
I'm not quite sure. But it's got cruise control, and it's got all the controls on the steering wheel, which being computer illiterate. I don't know how to work half this stuff,
Yes,
but that's
aren't you the guy with the flip phone? Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's something else. Can we go for a drive?
Oh, 100%.
Let's do it.
Go back up here.
It has a lovely sound to
Oh,
it.
I
though.
know. It
really does.
It's intoxicating.
It's just that gentle rumble. Oh,
But she hates going slow.
go on, show us what you can do then.
I'm going to wait till we get on the main street
All
here
right.
because I don't. There's too many church people around here.
Oh,
Don't want
this
to
is
scare
true.
them.
Not that there's anything wrong with church.
No, definitely not. It's called just showing a little respect.
Very good.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
It's got great brakes.
It does indeed.
Four-wheel disc.
Oh, that's a beautiful sound and everything, though. And
You
she
know-
accelerates.
Oh, it gives me goosebumps.
Oh, yes. You really feel it.
And what I'm amazed at this thing is I can drive this thing really hard with my foot in it and the gas gauge will barely move. It gets phenomenal gas mileage, unlike the Corvette where I got to stop at every gas station. I can drive this thing pretty hard for a week before I've got to replace the gas.
Oh my God, there is no way you can drive this thing slowly.
No,
Like, you gotta put your foot down. It's designed
it's
for
designed
your foot.
for it. But even over the bumps,
Yeah, you don't feel
it's
a thing.
very smooth.
You don't feel a thing.
The only thing we did when I bought it, I took to my buddy at Auto Tech, that's the guy who did the Corvette, just to do some minor work. And when I came back to pick it up a few days later, it looked a little different. And I said, what'd you do to it? He said, I didn't like the way it was sitting, so I lowered it 2 inches. He didn't ask me, just did it,
He did
and
it.
then gave me a big bill for doing it. And
Right.
after driving and looking at it, I happily cut him a check for it. And
Yes.
he knows me.
Okay. He knows what you would have liked.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is such a comfortable car.
Oh, it's incredibly comfortable.
Like, just the way the seats hug
Yeah.
you, it's like, oh, unbelievable.
Now you want to...
Keep going straight. Let's
right.
do a little bit of a.
Whoa.
You sound like one of those 20-year-olds, Frank.
I
that
am.
just loves to rev their car for the sake of it. It's just they have a Toyota Echo, and you've got this beauty.
I'm turning 20 for about the 100th time.
Very good, and forever 20 in my book.
Yeah.
What we'll do, we'll go to the Tim Hortons Plaza, turn around, and come back this way.
Okay.
Oh yeah, well, it's a shame about those lights, isn't it?
Oh, I hate
They're just for
lights.
decoration.
Okay, exactly. What I would love to do is take this thing to Mossport.
Oh, I bet.
I used to race a Mini Cooper S at Mossport.
Really?
Yes.
An English car at that?
An English
How
car.
about that? Okay, I'm impressed. So we'll turn into here.
Yeah. I also used to road rally, raced off-road racing for
Okay.
quite a while as well.
Back in the day,
So that's how I learned how to drive cars
the correct way.
the correct way on the racetrack.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. She really handles the bumps so well. Very, very smooth. Oh, look at that old beauty over there. What is that?
That's a Monte Carlo 19, oh geez. I don't know,
70s, you think? 70?
That's the first generation. Why don't we drive by it?
Yes.
You want to drive by it?
Yeah,
That's the first generation Monte Carlo.
I'll have to speak to...
That would be the late
Daly.
60s, or that could be a 70.
Oh, I love those.
And that's
kinds of
original. Oh
cars.
yeah,
Yes.
they're very, very popular.
That is nice. Okay, I'm gonna have to give Mr. Daly a call and see if we can take a look at it a little bit more closely. You're right about the Monte Carlo, though.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah, let's focus on this thing, though.
Okay. Yes. I can focus on any. Oh, there's another. There's a nice Cutlass.
Got a couple of tucked away there. Cutlass Supreme, do you think?
What we got there? It's got the black out hood on it. It's not a 442. It could be the Supreme, but they're again another really popular car now.
Yeah. My brother-in-law used to have the old Cutlass Supreme.
Yeah.
It was so elegant too, like a very, very smooth.
The 74 Monte Carlo was on my bucket list of cars to get. It's the one they made after that, because I used to have one many, many years ago. And
this car drives so smoothly, though.
on the highway, oh, it's just a dream.
Plus, with your cruise control and
It's got cruise control, but I don't know. I don't know how to work it again. It's nice having the
There's just one of
choice.
those buttons over there.
I know.
Now, here's a silly question, Frank, but I do have to
I love
ask.
the silly questions.
All right. Your phone is not connected via Bluetooth on this thing, is it?
No. What's
Okay.
Bluetooth?
I guess everybody in the pickup truck must look at this thing and think, what the heck is this? It's another one of your babe magnets, Frank.
All I need is a babe to put in it.
Well, what's...
I'm
and your
stuck
wife?
with. No.
You're still looking?
I've been single since I was, God, in my 30s. So
Really?
many,
Well,
many years. No wife, no kids. That's why I can afford to do all this stuff.
So if there's any eligible women out on YouTube land that would like to meet this young fella, 20, did you say just turned 20?
I just turned 20.
Just turned
yes.
20, so he's a little bit of a young fella. Are you able to drink? I know you smoke.
Yes, I am able to drink.
Do
So
they
actually,
ask
I would
for
have
ID in bars and stuff?
not since I was originally 20.
Okay, so he does like the odd drink, and very handsome fella. There he is. Let's proper look at him. There we go. So
Oh, boy.
If there's any nice women out there that would like to meet Frank, then send me a send me a connection by YouTube, and I'll have to call Frank because he doesn't do emails either.
As long as they're into cars, cats, and cabbage rolls, yes.
Okay, so that's the
And
criteria.
cigarettes,
And
the 4
cigarettes,
Cs.
Okay, the 4 C's, very good. And Coors Light, shall we make it 5?
Yeah, Coors is cool. Yeah. Actually, I've been drinking Corona, which
is kind of a C thing.
Which is kind of weird considering that that's what the virus is also called.
That's right. Oh, that sounds so good, Frank. Like, it's enough to make a grown man cry, isn't it?
It makes me do other things that I can't repeat.
Oh, really? It's YouTube. It's a family channel.
Yes.
Let's be careful.
Yes. And I'm not even going to slow down for the tracks, just because again, it's a little bumpy, but
It
handles it
ride,
very
though.
well.
It's a fun ride.
yeah.
Man, is this thing fun. And we'll follow the Jeep, yes. Oh, even that part, where it throttles down.
Yeah.
It must be quite funny. People, especially if you got the windows up and everything and you're driving like that, people are thinking, some young kid in this thing making a racket, and you get out, oh, excuse me, sir.
Some old grandfather. Actually, I'll never be a grandfather, thank goodness.
Well, unless we find you a nice little girl, who knows, but anything is possible. Speaking of nice little girls, there she is now.
There's your baby.
Yeah. Frank, this is extraordinary car.
It's got a good sound system in it.
Oh, I can't put it on YouTube because they'll ban me if it's got music.
Oh,
yeah, I can't.
You got to pay the royalties and everything else
it's
on
just
it.
a headache because
Yeah.
I tried to do it with my Eagles tracks and they wouldn't let me. So I
Oh,
got in trouble.
boring.
That was my very first video and I learned the hard way. What is this thing? Oh, that's your
That-
407? No.
That's an add-on when it works.
What does it do?
Sometimes.
A cup holder.
That's another cup holder.
Wow.
So I can take this out of there,
Yeah.
put that there, and then this puppy will,
Interesting.
and it's got another little thing there
For
for
coins. and-
coins and stuff.
Unbelievable. Such a cool car.
You want to video the top going back up?
Yes, please.
That looks really cool.
How'd you read my mind? How'd you open this?
Unlock it.
There
There
you
you go. Top going up.
This is a work of art how they've done this, isn't it? Engineering ingenuity. What a lovely fit.
Done.
Extraordinary.
I'm going to put the top back down.
Frank, I could do an entire YouTube video and just watching this thing go up and down. That is lovely.
No, she is a lot of fun to drive. And of all the cars in my collection, believe it or not, this would probably be the last one I would sell.
She's extraordinarily beautiful, though. Unbelievable. This car.
Again, I'm trying to remember, I think it was around 18,000 over 4 years, which is pretty low.
Yeah.
And someone told me, I'm not sure 100%, that there might be under 1,000 of them in Canada. You see a lot of these in Florida and California.
I can see it on in the California freeways and that. And what is that called? The Pacific Coast or something where they go down the highway? Man, oh man, oh man. I love the lines of this car.
It's sort of like your MGB on steroids.
It is indeed. My entire car would probably fit into the back end of this thing.
Probably.
It is beautiful, Frank. There's a uniqueness about it in so many ways.
Well, most of the cars that I buy, I always like to get something that's unique. I mean, I love the Camaros and the Mustangs and the Firebirds and all those cars, but there are so many out there that when I buy a car, I try and buy something that low production that most people haven't seen a lot of before.
They're definitely head turners.
Yeah.
Right? You want
And
to take
for
another
somebody
look at this.
into the car collection or who wants to get into the industry, these are not terribly expensive. Like these things right now are probably maxing out around 50 for the 5 or 6 with the 6-speed in it. This one right here probably worth-wise 35-ish.
Okay.
But they are starting to go up in value.
And the rarer they become, the more valuable they become.
I think the problem with this, just like the 55, 6, and 57 T-Birds, that they didn't sell as many as they thought they would is because they're 2-seaters.
Right.
If they had an extra 2 seats in the back, they probably would have tripled their sales in them.
Perhaps.
But then it wouldn't be as cool.
Wouldn't be as cool and would not be as unique as this
Yeah.
car is, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a bundle of joy just to drive around. The sound is still unbelievable. And so smooth.
The sound is what gets me.
So smooth as well.
Yeah.
Like, They've done a beautiful job with this. In a way, it's nice that they only made a few,
Of course.
because it adds to the charm of the car, because you don't see these on the road every day. And the fact that there's only certain select colors that you can get
Yes.
too, which is kind of really, really nice. What do you call this? Fire engine red? Is there a name for the color?
They've got a name for it. I don't remember what their official name is for it.
GM's not big on car names. I met a gentleman who's got a Fiero and it's bright red. And that was it.
There you
It's
go.
like, all right,
It's
fine.
red.
It's red.
You
yes.
know.
Beautiful. Frank, thank you.
My